Hi, this is Elias from Tech Solutions, where we help you amplify your skills with video. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about one of the most commonly used Java class, that is the predefined scanner class. The scan class will be used only for scanning input data, so that you can use that data particularly in your program to do some executions. So once again, you're welcome to this channel. So if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting 2 more new videos every week. So by now I expect you to have learned how to create your projects in NetBeans. If you have not, please go back and watch my previous videos where we learned how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to be creating a new project, and this project I'll call it BMI. Finish. So now we have our BMI class and our main method. Let's have an overview about what we're going to do today. So like I said, we're going to use 2 classes, the GOptionPen class and the scanner class. The scanner class belongs to the util package, and the GOptionPen class belongs to the swing. All the frames in Java belong to the swing package. So in Java, if you want to use a predefined Java class, then you have to import it before your main class. So you're going to begin by importing first the scanner class. So you're going to import java.util.scanner. So once we have that class, we can now look at solving our problem. So in USA we use the pound system, and in most African countries we use the kilograms, especially here in Uganda. So I want to do this program by translating the pounds into the kilograms. First, we determine the BMI of a person by getting their weight in kilograms and dividing it by the height squared in meters. So I would want us to enter our weight in pounds and then convert it to kilograms, and then we also enter our height in inches and convert it to meters. Okay, so then we need to take a note of this. 1 pound is equivalent to 0.4535923 kilograms, and 1 inch is equivalent to 0.0254 meters. So how we determine this BMI? If you have less than 16 or less than 16, then if you're 16 years and above, we can say you are underweight, seriously underweight. If your BMI ranges between 16 to 18, then you're underweight. If your BMI ranges between 18 to 24, then you have a normal weight. And if your BMI ranges between 24 to 29, you're overweight. 29 to 39 to 35, you're seriously overweight. And above 35, you're gravely overweight, and you need to do something about that. So this applies to people who are 16 years or older. We're going to begin by declaring our variables that we need to use in this program, and those variables, we already have them as constants, and then we shall scan our values and then convert them at kilograms, and then we convert them also to meters. So to do that, we shall begin by declaring our 2 variables. which is the pound and the inch. So you're going to say final double. So as you can see, 1 pound is equivalent to this value here. So I'll just call my variable pound. Once again, if you don't know how to declare variables, please visit our previous video to learn how to do that. But we said whenever we are declaring constants, then we must declare them in a certain syntax, and we said our syntax must be final, the keyword, followed by the data type, and then followed by a constant name, which must be in uppercase letter. Okay, and then we can now do the same for the inch. So 1 inch is equivalent to 0.0254 meters, and 1 pound is equivalent to that figure in kilograms. So now that we have our two values, we can begin by scanning the values that the user might need to enter into the system. So the scanner class, to use it, you need to create an object. Basically, an object is an instance of a class, and this instance, we are looking at the system.in, which is the default input device, the keyboard that we shall be using to scan the values from, okay. To create this object, we are going to follow a simple syntax, which is scanner. We're going to need to give this object a variable name, and I'll just call it input is equal to new. New is a keyword for creating objects. New scanner, and this object we shall call system.in. which basically means the default input device, which is the keyboard. Okay, so we shall begin by scanning the two values. One, we shall scan the weight of a person in pounds, and then we shall as well scan the height of somebody in inches. So we can prompt the user to enter their weight. We can prompt the user to enter their weight by creating some string here. So system.out print line. So shall say enter your weight. This is an instruction to a user. Enter your weight in pounds. Now that's an instruction. So in a new line, a user is supposed to enter their weight in pounds, but that weight that a user is going to enter is going to be scanned via the keyboard. So you're going to say double double weight in pounds is equal to, now we can't write a value here, but rather we are going to use a scanner method for handling the double value. And this we are going to call our object, which is input, then dot that method, which is next double. So this should be in position to pick the value entered by the user and then store it in the variable weight in pounds. Okay, so we're going to do the same for the second value, which should be in inches. So you're going to say system dot out dot println and then can say enter your height in inches. Again, we scan the value, so you're going to say double height in inches is equal to input dot next double. So we have scanned the two values, the weight in pounds and the height in inches. We need to convert these two values into kilograms and also into meters. So to do that, we are going to use our constant values for the pound and also for the inch, and the scanned values then we multiply. So you're going to multiply pound by weight in pounds and then inch by height in inches to be in position to get our new values in meters and kilograms. So maybe a little bit to document this code, I'll say £1 is equivalent to 0 0.that kilograms. As we'll say 1 inch is equivalent to this meters. So here prompt the user to enter the weight in pounds. The user to enter the height in inches. So we're going to go. It is always good to document your code so that at one time, if it is given to your colleague programmer, then they should be in position to interpret your code and do some modifications. Once the system is done, remember there is also a phase for system maintenance. So sometimes a few things have to change in the system, and therefore your colleague or your programmer needs to understand your code to be in position to edit it. And they can only do that if they can understand your own way of programming, and to do that you need to document your code. It's very important. So next we are converting pounds to kilograms. So to do that, we shall say double weight in kilograms is equal to, so we shall multiply a pound by the new value entered by the user. So we shall have pound times weight in pounds. So that should give us weight in kilograms, and then we can as well convert inches to meters. So you're going to say double height in meters which would be equivalent to inch times height in inches. So we've done 3 things in this program. So what we are remaining with, guys, we need to also be in position to so now that we have our height in meters and our weight in kilograms, so we can now determine the body mass index. So to determine the body mass index, need a variable to store that. BMI so like we said, BMI is equivalent to weight in kilograms over height squared in meters. So we're going to say weight in kilograms divided by height squared. So the height squared here, we could easily say height in meters times height in meters, but we can as well say math.pol. Then we have our height in meters squared. So what is remaining is to print the BMI of a person and also tell them if they are overweight or if they are underweight, or if they are okay. So to do that, we shall simply print out the BMI of a person. So you use system.out. This time around you're going to use printf. Now here we are going to use a percentage specifier for floating point numbers, which is %f, and we only want the system to be in position to give us a BMI which is only having up to 2 decimal places approximation. So shall say percentage dot 2f, which means only 2 decimal places. Okay, so maybe your BMI is 16.02, something like that. So once we've printed the BMI of a person, then we can say if, now that's one option. What if someone is less than 35? Then we can say else if BMI is greater or equal to or equal to 29, is greater than 29 or equal to 29, that is to say 29 and above, 29 to 35. Now you realize that we are using an if else if statement. How it works is that once it executes the first option, then even if the second option lies within the first option, it won't consider it because the first option would have already been printed. What I'm trying to say is that I want to say that if BMI of a person is greater or equal to 29, but what does this one mean? It means that also 36 is within the range of above or equal to 29. But remember, in our first option we have already said if BMI is greater than 35. So if 39 was among, then it should have been considered in the first option. Now what we have here is that it is going to look at only numbers between 29 to 35. So we can simply say seriously overweight. So lastly, else what should it be? Actually, else if seriously underweight. So if BMI is less than 16, then you are seriously underweight. Else so we've exhausted all options. The else part here is going to be the default output to the user. Can say invalid input, invalid input. As a warning, invalid input. So as we stand, the program should be in position to do what we want it to do. So you're going to simply test this program by running our file. So to run your program, please right click and choose run 5 or press shift F6. Should be in position to run. So as you can see, the program prompts you to enter your weight in pounds or enter 90. Then it also prompts you to enter your height in inches. I'll enter my height as 60 inches. So what I get is that my BMI is 17.58, which qualifies me to be an underweight. So that's how this program runs. Next, we shall look at the JOption pen class, which creates dialogues, the message dialogue and the input dialogue, where a user can be prompted to enter data, and then that data can be worked upon and then displayed in a message dialogue. So once again, thank you for watching. Please, if you're new, hit that like button and subscribe. Peace out.